Welcome back, everybody. My name is Andrew and this is Kite Army. So if you're shopping for a string trimmer or someone you know is shopping for a string trimmer, you're gonna wanna make sure they see this video. The reason why is the string trimmer, as we know it, has changed forever. Now there's two things about string trimming that are almost universally hated. The first is loading string into the head of the string trimmer. Everyone's had that bird nest moment. The second is advancing the string when you're using a trimmer. Well, the good news is this trimmer that I've got right here actually resolves both of those problems. So today we're going to check out this Ego Line IQ with Powerload, see how it works, see how it turns the task of trimming from something you dread to something you can look forward to. Here we go. So here's the setup, what we're doing here today. I'm gonna use the same exact line for all tests in this video. Here it is right here. This is 0.095 twisted line. That will keep everything fair. Now the trimmer I'm using to demonstrate what a traditional bump head is and how it works is right here. This is a Ryobi 40 volt HP carbon fiber string trimmer. This is Ryobi's top of the line string trimmer. Now, as I said, the head on this string trimmer is almost identical in operation to 99% of other heads on the market. It doesn't matter what brand, so this will serve as a good example of how a typical bump head works. So let me demonstrate how to load string into a typical bump head. Now, the string I'm using is 0.095 inch, and I've got about 10 feet of it. So the first thing you have to do is look at your bump head and see if there's any indications on it. Here, there's an arrow that runs across here, and there's an arrow on the outside. So the first thing you need to do is line them up. That will open up the passageway here so I can push the string through. So grab your eyelet and push the string through the trimmer head. Now once you get through the head, you have to split the line in half so they're equal parts on both sides. You can see I have some markings here, so I know right around there will be equal. Now once you've got that done, you have to grab this hub in the center here and hold the outside and spin clockwise. That will feed the string into the head. Let's see how this goes. We are looking good. You want to stop when you've got about 6 inches on, let's call it about six inches on each side there. Obviously, this side will cut and this side will add on. But that's how you load a standard bump head. So in contrast, let me show you how the Ego Line IQ with Powerload string trimmer loads. It's kind of like not even a thing. So the first thing you do is you look at the head and you say, that looks pretty. Once you've done that, you find the eyelet, get your string, and feed it through the eyelet like that. It comes out the other side. Just like the other trimmer, you're gonna wanna split it in half. So let's find the halfway point, and it's right around there. Now it even gets better because you get to push a button to load the string. Look at that. That was a lot of fun, no pain. So this is the moment where things get worse for you. Imagine you have to take that head off because there's some sort of jam in the head. So let's start with the Ryobi, and trust me, it's gonna look like I'm acting here. I'm gonna try my best to get this open quickly. So what you have to do is there's arrows again. This arrow and this arrow need to align. So I'm gonna be twisting and pushing. I did pretty good. And that will release the head. Now, you've got a spring in there. You've got this part in there, you've got that part in there, all these parts that later are going to become a problem for you. So with the Ego string trimmer, pulling the line out isn't quite as traumatic. Let me show you how to do it. First of all, there's no arrows to line up. All you have to do is squeeze this side and this side, pull that off, and then the string comes out. You'll notice there's no springs in there, there's no mess in there. To put the head back on, really easy. Just go like this, line it up, it's back together. Pretty cool stuff. So now that we've talked about problem one, loading string into the string trimmer, let's move on to problem two, and that is advancing line in that string trimmer while you're using it. So this is a traditional bump head, which means you actually have to hit this on the ground to advance the line. The problem with that is, first off, it's hard on equipment. Secondly, there's a good chance wherever you hit on the ground, you're gonna mohawk the grass in that area. You're just gonna burn it down. And thirdly, most of the time, you're probably not trimming with the right length of string on the trimmer. So here's Ego's response to the bump head, and guess what? With this Line IQ, guess what you have to do? You do nothing, you just use it. There's no bumping, there's no buttons, there's no speed adjustment. It just automatically adds the line as you use it. Really cool, really simple, really elegant. Anyway, today to test this feature, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim about 1,000 foot of sidewalk with the traditional bump head and then with the Ego Line IQ, and let's see what it looks like. Here we go. No bumps. Long story short, let's have less head bumping, more fist bumping. This party ain't ending yet, guys. There's a full review of the Ego Line IQ right there, guys. Let's go check it out and find out the deets on this string trimmer. See you over there.